Today's starting pitcher of his last time out.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
All right. Out towards right center field. Doyle moving under this one. And there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Jimmy Rollins.
Just really solid numbers. He's coming off of a month where he hit over 350. So when you talk about solid at bats, taking the walks, driving in some runs, he's doing it all right now.
Here comes Bryce Harper. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Harper, the former Rookie of the Year, batting second in today's lineup. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. He swings and fouls one off. Just settling in here at Coors Field. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Arenado settles under this one, and there's 2 down.
Batting third, left fielder Kyle Schwarber.
2 outs, base is empty, and Kyle Schwarber will come up. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Piece and stays alive.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, and reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
2-2 now. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Arenado tosses to first. Schwarber out of the play. And that is that. The Rockies coming up. We've got no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the hill for the Phillies, Jesus Luzardo. Singy, he was impressive his last time out.
He's off to a good start, getting a win in his first start of the season. And so lifted a little bit of pressure. Right here, it's all about getting win number 2.
Troy Tulowitzki digging in for the Rockies.
The shortstop, number 2, Troy Tulowitzki.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Now it's the right fielder, Larry Walker. He was 0 for 4 in Wednesday's game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. On the ground. Stop. Off balance feed. There's one. On to first. Save. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
One out man at first. Next for Colorado, Hunter Goodman. In the air out towards right center. Garcia heads after it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Batting fourth.
Time to check out the Rockies lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Runner on the move. Yeah, that's fouled off. Runner on the go again. Got him looking. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. We played an inning, no score. Top of the second, and now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott.
Stott went deep in his most recent game. That one ripped. And
no, that's foul ball.
The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And it beats him. What a play.
Batting fifth, catcher JT Realmuto.
Here's another look with StatCast, Singy. The throw needed to be strong to beat the runner, and it was.
Yeah, that play was close, and I think we need to credit that 88-mile-per-hour throw as the difference maker right there. That's just impressive.
JT Realmuto steps in. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying, and it's into the bleacher. Phillies take the lead. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
One down. Chase Utley digs in now. Utley with a homer in his last game.
That's the ball.
Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
Here's a 1-2. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Ryan Howard stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting eighth,
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Now it's going to be Adolis Garcia. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Adolis Garcia blasts one out. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
So 2 down. Jimmy Rollins stands in for the Phillies. Nice grab. And they get the out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. Back here in Denver, we head to the bottom of the second. Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. Just missed. Challenge from behind the dish here. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Hit hard, base hit. The off man aboard.
Everything came together for him. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's Bryant now. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Harper hustling after it, and that's a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. That one is absolutely belted. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
They're cooking with gas, Boo. 2 runners in scoring position with no outs and a great chance to keep doing damage with swings like the one we just saw for the automatic double. Looking to keep it going. Pass me that popcorn.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And that one fouled off. Oh, 1 down. Fastball for a strike. 2 in scoring position. Nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. This one in the air, center field. Stop under it. Takes it in for the out.
No, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Runners at second and third and 1 out. Brenton Doyle, the next to hit. 1 for 3 back on Wednesday. That misses,
no, that's low.
And it's 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Now the second run is in. It's a 2-run single, and now they trail by 1.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Trevor Story. And that one clips the corner.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's going to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a
chase for one. On to first, double play. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Phillies 3 and the Rockies 2. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. This one smoked on its way out of here. Third home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 4-2. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate, here it is, watch it, I'm going to jog around the bases.
Bryce Harper to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And there's one down.
Up next for Philadelphia, left fielder
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Grounded out his first time up.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Line drive, Adam in center field.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
There's a swing and a drive. And that's a foul ball. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that one fouled off. Fights it off. You'll see another. Two down, nobody on. High fly ball down the left field line. Bryant ranges back. That one is foul, and he'll see another. The 0-2. Stop. Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And he held back, according to Rusty Valentine. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at bat. That one the other way. Got it. Great leaping catch.
That one was ticketed for the gap, but couldn't get through security. Great job there of leaping, making the catch, and ending the inning.
As we go to the last of the third. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Troy. Hammered, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Larry Walker digging in for the Rockies. And there's a foul ball. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. And it's off the wall.
Back-to-back base hits. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Now the Rockies catcher, Hunter Goodman. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Fouls away the first offering. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 5-4.
How in the world did he manage to hit that one out? It wasn't even in the strike zone. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's DJ LeMahieu.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. Here in the last half of the third. In the air, right field. Abreu under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Rockies, designated hitter, Ezekiel.
Next for the Rockies is the DH, Ezekiel Tovar. And first offering is fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
The 0-1.
That's the ball.
Fly ball down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. 1-2 now. Got him swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Bryant at the plate now, and that's strike 1. The 0-1. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. This one in the air, right field, and that will end the inning. Rockies get 3 on this homer. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
It's been a long while, I got it on pen, a living bankrolling. I'm my own penny. I've been on 10 and I the whole team and all of that way. You know it's on me. You know I got goals. You know what I see. Have all of that gold and necklace around me. You say it's light work, my God, we gon' see. Just said I'm on.
Back here at Coors Field, here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Ball one, no strikes.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And a 1-1.
Nope, ball.
This one in the air, center field. Doyle moving under it. And there's one down.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman Chase Utley.
Stepping in, Chase Utley. To the right side, Story tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Up next for Philadelphia, the designated hitter, Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Batter, take your base.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder, Adolis
2 outs,
Garcia.
runner at first. Here's the center fielder, Adolis Garcia. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. Swings and misses. 0-1.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
To third. On the Story, and that is that. 1 left for Philadelphia. They trail it 5-4. Back here in Denver, ready to go, bottom 4. Nolan Arenado digging in for the Rockies. Fires over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Rockies, center fielder,
Brenton Doyle now at the plate. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up.
That's a ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results. Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Rockies.
Well, back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. Quick move to first, and he dives back in safely. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Garcia settles underneath it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Rockies, the shortstop, Troy.
So the Rockies lineup turns over. Troy Tulowitzki will hit next. He's 2 for 2. That one is absolutely belted. One hopper off the wall, and that should bring in the run. In comes the run from second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. They limit the damage here. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Rockies 6 and the Phillies 4. Back here at Coors Field, we go to the top of the 5th. Jimmy Rollins stands in for the Phillies. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Yo one.
Hey!
This one in the air, center field. Doyle on his way over. He's got it. One down.
Up next for Philadelphia, right fielder Bobby Abreu.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Bobby Abreu getting ready to hit.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Pitch misses there. And that's ball 1. Well struck right field. That's back there. And it hits the top of the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
One out, runner at second. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. Swing, and he popped it up. LeMahieu in position. Out, number 2.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Kyle Schwarber.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Clay Holmes, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Thompson also throwing. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. So a runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Ball.
Good job to fight that one off.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, and the count's full.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Got him. That's out number 3. Phillies strand 1. They trail it here 6-4. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Jose Alvarado.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Larry Walker digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 2. No question about this one. It's out of here. His first homer of the year, and they add on. It's 7-4.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Here's the catcher, Hunter Goodman.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat. Well, these Rockies doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one.
That one fouled off. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Tosses to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 down, bases empty. Ezequiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. First pitch just misses. And he swings through that one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Two down, nobody on. Inside, almost got him. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. A foul straight back. This ball's chopped on the ground, handled by LeMahieu. He'll do it himself. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
Up next for Philadelphia, catcher JT Realmuto.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. So. By 3, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Ground ball left side.
Foul.
And a foul ball. The 0-2. This to third. Arenado whips it across. 2 quick outs to open the top of the sixth.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman Chase Utley.
2 outs, base is empty. Chase Utley stands in for the Phillies. Toss to LeMahieu, and that's the 3rd out. Phillies go down quietly in the inning, and they're on the wrong end of a 7-4 score.
Now pitching for
Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Taijuan Walker. Here's Nolan Arenado. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Up next for the Rockies.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Brenton Doyle digs in now. Little dribbler up along
Foul
third, but that rolls foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the sixth.
Ball.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one carrying. Off the rocks and out of here. A home run. A towering shot to center. That's his 50th career homer. And they boost their lead. It's 9-4. Siggy, that's his 50th career homer.
50 might not sound like a huge number, but it's a nice little milestone that a lot of guys don't get to. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Here's Trevor Story now. And he chases a high fastball there. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Tulo now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Aaron Nola up and throwing. Kirkering warming up as well. Line drive to short and caught.
Up next for the Rockies, right fielder,
Larry Walker, the next to hit. He's already homered in this game.
Hee-haw!
And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep their remaining challenge. 2 down, nobody on. Fought off foul. Here's a 1-1.
Ball.
And that one hammered. That's down. One hops off the wall. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Taijuan Walker departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
now pitching for
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Aaron Nola.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So runner at second, 2 down. Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. The throw to first. They limit the damage here. But the Rocks bring in 2 on this big flop. It's opened up now, 9-4. Back here in Denver, well, it's been a fun game for fans who love homers. These teams are teeing off, as we can see from the spray chart.
Yeah, games like this were so fun for me as a hitter, Boog. You grab your bat and head to the plate thinking, hey, it could be my turn to go yard next.
It's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now here is Adolis Garcia. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Movement in the bullpen. Keegan Thompson preparing to come on if needed. Warren getting loose as well. Howard gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Clips the corner. 1 and 2.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That misses the zone.
That's a ball.
And the count now even up. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Rolled to short. Possible 2-ball. Tulo tossed to second. Over to LeMay here. 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Jimmy Rollins stands in for the Phillies.
That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball.
Holmes, 32 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. He's got it, and that is that. Down. quickly go the Phillies. They trail it here 9-4. Back here at Coors Field, this offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Rockies, designated hitter.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Ezequiel Tovar. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Makes the grab after a long run. 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Bryant stands in now and watches strike one.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Line drive, base hit. So Nolan Arenado now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Up next for the Rockies.
Here's Nolan Arenado, 1 for 3. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
That's the ball low.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Nolan Arenado goes deep. His first homer of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 11-4.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
So 2 down. Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. There's a strike. The 0-1.
No, that's inside.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the bottom of the 7th. Up the middle. That's a hit. And that means Trevor Story will have a chance to hit.
Up next for the Rockies, second baseman, Trevor Story.
Here's Story now. Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal at second base.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Garcia really on his horse for this one. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. Runner from second scores as they add on.
Picks himself up an RBI. Anytime you can drive the ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Aaron Nola's day comes to an end. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher on now, Orion Kerkering.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but He's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Back to the top of the order. Next for Colorado, Troy Tulowitzki.
Oh, yeah.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. This one in the air, right field. And that is foul. Slice to right, and the inning is over. 8th inning coming up. It's the Rockies 12 and the Phillies 4. Back here in Denver, we go to the 8th. Bobby Abreu stands in for the Phillies. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Throws to first. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground,
that's
right
foul.
side, and that's just foul.
Ball.
That one is hammered right field. That's back. That one is gone. Bryce Harper goes deep, and they cut into the deficit.
The cutter up and in can be such a tough pitch for the hitters. You have to keep your hands above the baseball, and that's exactly what he did. He caught it out front and drove it out of here.
1 down. Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, shortstop Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. And now the 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Out to short, Tulo. Off balance speed, there's one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. Back here at Coors Field, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Larry Walker digging in for the Rockies. Hit hard but foul off to the left.
Outside.
Stirring in the
That's a ball.
Phillies bullpen, Tanner Banks. The left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. And that one is lifted in the air. Garcia on the move to the alley. And there's one down.
Up next for the Rockies, catcher Hunter.
Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. And first offering is fouled off. Misses the sweeper. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Makes through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Got him swinging. Nothing doing for the Rockies as the lead holds at 12-5. Back here in Denver, the spray chart shows us an impressive power display from this lineup. 4 homers so far.
The distance on these is what stands out to me, Boog. Every one of those home runs has gone at least 400 feet. The batter's box is a launching pad.
That's a foul ball.
Swings and misses at the sweeper. Not close with that one. Ball 1. This one in the air, center field. One up, one down.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman Chase Utley.
So up next, Chase Utley. Ripped on a line. Doyle makes the grab on the run.
Up next for Philadelphia, the designated hitter Ryan Howard.
So now the Phillies down to their final out. So here's the Phillies DH, Ryan Howard.
That's what. That's the ball.
Two down, nobody on. One strike away. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Comes a 2-2. Swing and a ground
Foul ball.
ball, and it goes just foul. Here's a 2-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Battling here as he fouls it away. Payoff pitch. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Man at first. Here's the center fielder, Adolis Garcia. Off the mark there, and the count is 1-1. On the ground, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, as much action as there was in this one, really impressive performance from the bats on the winning side. They gave up quite a few runs, but they still blew them out of the water. They have to be feeling pretty good about themselves offensively right now.
12-5 is your final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
My little heart to give, baby. I wanna give you the world. Not saying you gotta chase.